I'm going to mute everybody just because that way you can hear. Hey, Kendra. Is this your first Zoom call? Yeah. So this is what we use for team calls if you haven't been on the team calls yet. And so we're going to keep this short and sweet and just get to the point because really we wanted to just like put your guys' I mean, I've worked with a lot of you guys for a while as my challengers, but we wanted to put your faces to your names and get to know each other more, and also just go over some things, any questions you guys have. And Sarah and I are both obviously like have been doing this a while, and so we meet you guys halfway. And if we keep seeing that you guys are putting in the work, we're happy to do these calls with you. If at any point you're like not doing the work and nobody's showing up, then obviously like we won't be doing calls, but that goes without saying. But first I want to say that if you're feeling overwhelmed or if you're feeling like it's a lot, those are very normal feelings. I feel like your first month or so, that's just kind of the way you feel because there's so much information. And that's why we really, really, really want you guys to just stay focused on the Facebook challenge group. So if you're my girls, that would be our 2020 Vision Boot Camp. And then if you're Sarah's girl, it'd be her boot camp where you're like working with clients. And then our chat. Like you can pop into the team pages if you want, but if that makes you be like, oh my God, like what is happening, then don't, because we really want you to stay super focused and keep things really simple starting out. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing we want to cover, and then I'll let Sarah kind of talk, is our goals. So when I signed all my girls up, I sent them like a PDF that had your goals for 30 days. So your goals, your first month of coaching is to help 3 people. So that means you hit Success Club, and to be Emerald, and to make back your investment. So that's what we want to focus on. Everything else is stuff you'll learn. You're going to learn how to make your photos pretty. You're going to learn how to grow your following. You're going to learn how to build the income. Like that's all going to come. But our job is to make sure you're successful your first month, because it's been shown that coaches who hit Success Club their first month of coaching are 85% more likely to actually continue coaching. And I know for a fact if I hadn't hit Success Club my first month, I don't think I would be here, because I had such I honestly had a horrible mindset when I started coaching, like awful. But I hit Success Club and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And then the next month I hit it again, and I was like, it just builds your belief. So that's all you need to focus on. Because right now, like having a pretty filter, that's not going to help you change people's lives and hit Success Club. You know what I mean? So those things are like super fun. And if like you want to do that in your free time, like go for it. I just don't want you guys to be stressed. Like, oh my God, I need to have this beautiful bio and I need to have this beautiful filter. Like, no, I didn't have any of that my first few months, and neither did Sarah. So we just want to help you guys hit Success Club and hit Emerald, or at least like Success Club 6 means you're helping at least 3 people get started with the challenge pack. So Amber's at SC2. Where is everybody else at? Are you guys at 0 so far? Okay, that's okay. I think there's 21 days left in the month. Like that's a shit ton of time. So I'm going to tell you guys, and then I'll let Sarah tell you guys too, how I hit Success Club my first month as a coach. Because if you just like post stuff and expect people to come to you, you might get a couple people who reach out to you, which is really exciting. But that was not like, I didn't have a warm market when I started coaching because I'm really, really introverted. So I didn't have like a ton of like people reaching out to me to do what I was doing. I had never done Beachbody before, and I never had a transformation, and I had never posted consistently on social media at all. So when I started coaching, I had literally no foundation. The way that I hit Success Club was I just texted my friends who were my bridesmaids, like anybody in my life. I didn't care if it was my freaking grandma. I texted them and said, hey, I just started coaching. I honestly don't know what I'm doing 100%, but I'm really excited about it. And I'm about to start the 21-day fix. Do you want to do it with me? Like, that's all I said. So you guys can take that similar approach. I know like Amber, well, really all of you guys except for Kendra have been in my challenge groups for a while. So you have results, which is really awesome. But regardless, I would just do it like almost as if you're inviting a friend to a concert. Like if you love Taylor Swift, like I do, you're not going to feel weird texting your friend and being like, oh my God, Taylor Swift's in town, let's go see her. Like it's the same thing. So I would just approach your friends and be like, text them or however you communicate, and let them know that you're doing this boot camp and you're starting coaching and you want them to be on this journey with you. Because I know that's the easiest way to go about it. Plus it's helping your friends and family, which is going to feel really good. And it's going to help you hit Success Club, make some money. And that right there, you're part of the 85% of people. Well, you're part of the people that make it to that point where they stick with coaching because you hit Success Club. So that is our sole focus this month. Does that make sense? Okay, that's my end rant. I'll let Sarah add anything she wants to add. Like, Sarah, did you hit Success Club your first month?
Yeah, oh, 100%. Yes.
Okay, so how did you hit it?
I the same thing. I mean, I was really scared and nervous. I mean, as from Cassie, I was like on fire. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be successful. Like I was pumped. Like I was really freaking scared, but I was like, no, I don't even care. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm just gonna do it. And so I just rallied my friends, like, and I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I'm just saying, I don't, whatever. I'm just going to own it. For years, I'm like, oh, if I don't have friends, I suck. No, whatever. I'm a stay-at-home mommy and I don't have a lot of friends. My friends are this world, my people now. But the people that I did know, I just messaged them. Like she said, it was super simple. I was just excited. People feed off of your energy. They don't feed off of sell, 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 sell. Like that's so icky. I always think, how would I want to be approached and talked to? And this time of year, I bet you guys have got a million like Monat or I don't know, like all the other MLMs, like, and how they word things and just, it's a copy and paste and it's just yucky. So like she said, like, it's like she said, Taylor Swift is coming. You're just excited. You just have good energy and you're excited to have someone else do this with you. So ride off of that energy and be excited. People can tell you're genuine that, wow, like she sounds really passionate about this or like she's really excited. Like, sure, tell me more, So if you're always approaching it from a positive mindset, that's always good. Whether it's a yes or a no, it's all right because it's a seed. You have to constantly remind yourself of that. You guys, because I know we already had like a little mini training, you're going to get lots of no's. It's just how it works. I can send out 100 invites now and I might have maybe 10 people message me back. And that's just how it is, but you just keep doing it and it gets easier and easier and easier and you just keep going. But the main thing for me was just, like I said, messaging those people I already knew, my coworkers, the couple close friends that I had. My husband was like, you don't have a choice. Sorry, signed you up today. Thanks. Thanks for your social. And then I got results. I did. And I think a lot of girls that are like, well, I don't have like a before and after. That's okay. Do you guys know Emily Favre? I'm sure if you don't, you need to go, get to know her because she's amazing. But she preached doing a before and during. You do not have to have a before and after to have massive inspiration. Maybe you lost 2 inches, maybe you lost 3 pounds. Like that's amazing. Maybe you have this new mental confidence that is just freaking through the roof because personal development has pushed your mind there. Like there are so many different kinds of transformations with coaching that you guys can share. But that's what I did. I did 21 Day Fix. Jamie told me, you start a program and you do it right. And I was like, got it. Because if Jamie did that, I need to do that. And I did. And that was a big part of it too, was getting results, like she said, and just rallying those people who want to support you. You guys would be surprised at who will want to support you. And to remember, it is not your choice or your place to decide if someone is ready to start this, because you have no idea where someone is at mentally. Maybe physically you're like, oh, she's already got this. Like she's good. Like you don't know where she's at in life. Maybe she's burnt out and run down and she just needs someone to like come up beside her and give her some support. So I always, always, always remember that. It's always in the front of my mind. Like you don't know what they need. You don't until you talk to them. So that's my best advice. Energy and just go after it.
Yeah, that was awesome. So Sarah started excited. I started like thinking I was going to fail, which is so funny. I really had like a shitty mindset. So that's why I'm so big on mindset, is because mine was so whack. But I was going to add to that. So in the chat, could you guys write the number of people? And be honest, we're not here to be like, oh my God, how many people you've actually invited at this point? And you've only been coaching a week. So whatever the number is, we're just going to talk about the numbers a little bit, because it is a numbers game in the sense that for Sarah and I to hit this, let's say we want to help 10 people a month. That's my goal, is help 10 people a month, which I usually hit that goal, meaning SC20. To help 10 people a month, I on average need to talk to 200 people that month, at least 200 people, which isn't that many people. Like it's really not. So we just want to look at that too, because if you can get discouraged, like let's say you invite 10 people and all 10 people say no. And then you're like, oh my God, it's me. They don't want to work with me. I suck at this. I'm terrible. And it's like, no. It has nothing to do with you. Timing is everything. It has everything to do with them. If they're not ready, there's nothing you can do to make them ready. All you can do is be excited and offer this gift to them. And then, if they say no, that just means not right now. Every single person who told me no my first year and a half of coaching has either joined my team or joined my boot camp, which is pretty funny because my first coaching sneak peek, which is like a group we run to like help recruit coaches to our team, I had like 15 girls from my high school in it, and I was so excited and I was like so pumped. And at the end of it, nobody joined, and I was so embarrassed. And I was like, all right, just dust yourself off and keep going. And now most of them have joined my team, but at the time it was like super humbling. Okay, so 20 people, that's awesome, Anna. 18, 10. Okay, awesome. And Kendra, you're at the benefit of where I was. So you haven't even done a program. So you can look at it as a negative, or you could say that's awesome, because the way you can invite people is just say, hey, I'm doing this. Like, do you want to do it with me? We can start around the same time. You'll probably start a little bit before them, but we can start around the same time, hold each other accountable. Like if my best friend texted me that and I was super out of shape, which I was before I did this, I'd be like, okay, fuck yeah. Like, your friends want to do this shit because they're usually not very happy with their situation. Okay, Brianna said 3. Hey, that's okay. All right, so what we want you guys to do is not neglect Facebook either. So especially my first year of coaching, I know that's scary. I just saw Amber go, like, it's scary. Okay, I get it, because I was also that person who was terrified of what people thought of me, which I don't give a fuck now. Thank God coaching has taught me that. Like, I do not care one little iota. I'm here to help people. So I got to get out of the way. But when I started coaching, I was absolutely terrified of what people thought. Horrified. So I would throw my phone on the bed and I wouldn't look at it for hours because I was so afraid. And what I found was that I didn't need to be scared because people were always like so supportive. But using your personal Facebook page. So I'm about to get like not super tough, like a little tough love. Is that okay with you guys? That's like my love language. I'm a very blunt communicator. Okay, we're going to get tough love. So a couple of you guys, I don't even know who it was actually, said you don't have a ton of followers and you don't have a ton of people watching your content, which makes sense. You're just starting. But if you're not going to post on Facebook or your personal Instagram where you do have eyes already, you're basically setting yourself up for failure, because who is going to join you if you only have 5 people looking at your stuff? You know what I mean? So you're basically self-sabotaging in the sense that you're making it impossible for you to be successful. So that's just a limiting belief that you're going to have to punch through, because in order to get to that level you want to get to with coaching, whatever that is, maybe you want to just make $500 a month, or maybe you want to make 6 figures, or whatever it is for you, you can't get there unless you get uncomfortable and you start going where their people are watching your stuff. And they're probably watching your stuff on your personal Instagram and your personal Facebook page. And if you don't feel comfortable posting pictures in your bra, don't. If you don't feel comfortable, sharing an ass shot of your transformation of your ass like I did last week, don't. Like, you do what you feel comfortable with, but do stay consistent on, like, whatever you post to Instagram, I would copy paste, post to Facebook without the hashtags. You don't need hashtags on Facebook. Because that's where your people already are. I don't even know if that was tough love. That was me just being trying to explain to you. Because I don't want you to get to the end of January and be like, oh my God, I'm a failure. I'm never going to be successful. And it's like, no, that has nothing to do with it. You were posting on a place where there's nobody watching. I only had 150 Instagram followers when I started. I had to post on Facebook. There was no way around it. Most of my invites were Facebook messages. So, end rant. Anything to add, Sarah?
You're so funny. That was like icing. That was like guessing. I'm trying to think if I have anything to add. It's just,
I don't know what that means. What does it mean if something's icing?
Like icing on the cake, like it's sweet. Oh. Like, no, that wasn't like, that was nice. I was like,
it wasn't. Okay, good. Nice. Sometimes I say things, I'm like, oh, this is going to sound mean, but I don't want it to. I just don't.
Maybe it sounds worse in your head.
It probably does. Because in my head, there's like 7 more F-bombs. That's
maybe that's why. I know, just, you have to, like that PD that I sent today, you guys, you have to ride the fear. Just ride it. And that it's like a ball rolling downhill or a boulder, whatever. Like, if you continue to show up, use that tracker. If you truly show up every day and you're not just checking off boxes, because I've done that before to make yourself think that you're doing these things because it feels better, but feelings don't get you anywhere in this business. They only drag you down. Like there are exciting things that happen that make you really happy, but happy feelings don't check those boxes off for real. So use the tracker, just do it. And really show up, take that time, set it aside. It's an amazing tracker. You guys, I know you're like, oh, it's just this piece of paper with like boxes. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, no, do it. And I love that app. I actually didn't even know about that app because I'm very like, I want paper, I want pens. So if it's on my phone, like it would probably get lost. But I love that if like you're at work and like you can't necessarily like have that, and you're like, oh, I have, a 15-minute lunch break. Like I can send, 10 new conversations or 10 new invites, and you have that on your phone to be like, box checked. That's really convenient. Do it. Just ride the fear, you guys. Ride the excitement, because right now it's like new and there's like all this adrenaline and excitement. So if you keep showing up and doing those things every single day, it's going to keep coming. If you're willing to put in the work, it will.
Yes.
So that's what I would have to add, because that's something that I struggled with for a long time at the beginning. It's not that I still didn't hit my goals, but I struggled with really hitting all of the marks. And that's where the magic happens, when you're really showing up for everything in your business, including yourself.
Mic drop. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Because you can type them or unmute yourself, like whatever you feel comfortable with. But the business activity trackers, Sarah sent a link in our, and this is literally how I'm building a 6-figure business, and Sarah is, and how Jamie built a 7-figure business. And it's so simple. That's why I always say coaching isn't always easy, but it is super simple.
Is that in the Team Beachbody like app? Is it on there?
No,
Tracker?
the Beachbody on demand.
No, okay. Yeah.
No, this isn't. That's just for workouts.
Okay.
What is this called? I didn't know there was an app either for this. I've always used the paper copy, but the app is called. Is it just called Success Club Tracker?
I think it was called SC Bat.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the app. I've never
used all the same things except for a few. Like I literally looked at it verbatim, and there wasn't like a team call or like the national wake up call or like what were your overall weekly goals. But I mean, it's pretty much spot on as long as you have a place to like write down those people that you're connecting with and follow it up with. And
so. At the bottom of it, there is like a notes part. I don't know how well it worked because it was kind of like weird to type in it, but it did have somewhere you could at least jot little stuff down. But,
no, totally. I think if you're on the go, it's perfect.
I'm a pen and paper person like Sarah. I love checking shit off. I will literally do something and then write it down just so I can cross it out.
100 million %.
It's so satisfying.
You said something about signing up your husband. Why is that something you should do? Oh, because as you continue to build your business, so I talked about having a weak leg and a strong leg. And if you guys want to go look into this, go to YouTube, type in Team Cycle Bonus Beachbody. What's his face? Michael Niemand will be there. He explains it all. He uses like little action figures. He makes it super, super easy to understand. I'm a very visual person. So numbers, I'm like out like in one ear, out the other. I'm like, what did you just say to me? So he really breaks it down. It's really, really easy. So if you're a visual learner, go watch that. It'll explain everything. But that is the main value of having your spouse there, because they're using the same card. Essentially, if you're able to do that same card, and then as you hit that first rank of Emerald and you continue to build, you will start to earn a weekly bonus. And so eventually when you can build him, it's going to basically roll up through him and he gets that bonus, but then it rolls up through you and you're basically getting double. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to set yourself up for success? That is essentially the reason of putting your spouse there. And Jamie told me that. I didn't believe her. I was like, this is best. She just wants me to pay more money because she wants to hit a higher rank. Like, I was like, that was my negative mindset. And I was like, I don't believe this. So I went and did my own research, and I went on YouTube and I looked at all these videos, like, why is this important? Why is this important? And I found like 3 or 4 videos, and every single couple said that they were losing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars because they didn't do this first simple step. And I was like, okay, well, maybe Jamie knows what she's talking about. So you're setting yourself up for so much success financially. And as you build in the future of building your business, you'll be able to use him as a person to then build himself, which we'll get more into. So there's so many benefits, you guys. And that's why I tell my girls, like, I know Laura was on this call. She asked me the other day, she was like, who do I need to sign up first? I was like, your husband. She's like, okay, done. Like, yes, like Cassie and I would not tell you guys anything. Like, we're telling you the things that are important. We're not just going to spit out stuff that's like, I don't even know where, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to tell you to do anything that's not good for your business. Like, we have your best intentions in mind. And that is a step to getting you to that first rank of really of opening your business center. Because right now it's not. Like, you're a brand new baby coach, you're an active coach. So now it's time to get to that next benchmark and you can hit it really freaking fast. And that's the very first step. So hopefully I didn't word vomit too much, but basically that's why it's crazy important.
And I was going to add, so if you go in, I think Sarah probably does this in her team page too. If you go to Cassie's PS Coaches for my girls, you see today's payday report. That is all residual income from my girls who have their husband sign up and one other person, so they're emerald. So for me, my residual income was in my first business center $1,000 extra that I, like right now as coaches, the only way you can earn money is through selling actual items. But the way you can earn money once you become emerald and above is through, yes, selling items and getting commission, but also through residual income because of volume. So we actually have an opportunity for you guys with the top coaches in the network starting Monday. So it's an Emerald Factory hosted by Jamie Ennis, which is our upline, and Emily Favre, which I think she ended the year at number 3. So that will be a group that you guys can get access to help you hit Emerald. Because our goal also this month is to help you hit Emerald. And the reason we're kind of like pushing you to do these things, we want you to make money. Like, you didn't join this just so you had a hobby. I mean, you might have. Hobbies are awesome. And that's totally cool if that's part of it. But like, a hobby that pays you is a really fucking good hobby. You know what I mean? Like, it really, and I never thought I'd be a full-time coach. I really just did this for extra income and like, because I wanted something I was passionate about. And then I got my first paycheck and I was like, holy shit, this makes actual money. And so that's our goal. Okay, any other questions? Somebody said, Sarah, can you answer this one? My dog ran away. I have to go get her. It says, is there a way to attend?
I think that there is a way. I know that I know a coach who she couldn't make it at one point and she did stream it live. I don't have an exact answer, but let me go ask her and I can put the answer like in our chat thread. Because I'm just one point she did do it. So I know we're supposed to have a great ice storm this weekend. So it's a 2-hour drive for me. So I'm like, oh gosh, fingers crossed. But so I will go and find out for you if that's a yes or a no. So yeah, I know it's going to be great. I love doing things like this because it not only gives you a chance to connect with even more women in your area, but then it's showing your people who are watching you and your followers like, oh, okay, well, she's not just like saying she's doing all this stuff. Like, she's actually like going to events and she's learning, and this is like a community and like a real thing. Because that's what it was like when I saw my mentor doing that, when I saw Jamie doing that. And I was like, oh, there's other, like, I'm going to go like talk and meet with people and like not just do calls like this. And that's a big deal, like face to face, being there, really connecting and showing people that like, yeah, I'm here, I'm doing this. Oh, and when you signed up your husband, then someone said something about your weak leg or your strong leg. Which one do you put them on, and how do you know what is what? So your spouse will be the very first person on your weak leg. If you don't know which is which, Cassie can tell you. I can tell you for future reference, so you know what to tell your girls. Super simple. Whatever leg you sign them up on, that's their strong leg, and the other ones are weak. So just so that you know how to tell them which is which, because you're like, great, you're telling me what mine is, but like, how do I know to tell my girls what theirs are in the future? So
yeah, but if you can just message me when you are ready to sign up your husband or spouse or significant other, and I can, or Sarah, if she's your coach, can let you know what leg. Because honestly, I didn't understand legs until I was like a diamond, and even then I was like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
yeah.
You can get really far in this business without understanding basic math.
Yes.
Kendra messaged me and said, when people sign up, whether it's my husband or a friend or whoever, we're signing them up for what you sent me with the different packages. Yes. Yeah. So I'm signing everybody up with the Bar Blend Challenge pack this month just because it's the best deal. So in our chat, if you want, I can send you guys a picture that I'm sending everybody that's interested. That's what I'm signing people up. So yes, I usually just talk to them and then that's the picture I send them.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna said, my fiance told me no. So what I would say is that's okay if he's like totally, like for my husband, I was just like, give me your credit card, and I just did it. But I understand that every relationship's different, and I respect that. So in those cases, I am the kind of person where I will prove them wrong. And you telling me I can't do something is only going to make me fucking do it 10 times more. And I will be successful because you thought I wouldn't. Like, I get really fucking pissy about it. So what I would do is just, you don't have to get sassy, but just like show up and show him that you're serious. And if he sees you help 3 people this month or 2 people this month or even 1 person this month, he's going to be like, okay, she's helping something cool. If he sees that you're happy and you're healthy, what person wouldn't want that for their wife? If he sees that you're making friends, what person wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? So I've had coaches in the same situation, and after like 3 or 4 months, as long as they're consistent and they're helping a couple people here and there, hitting Success Club, their spouses always come on board because they're like, okay, you're right. Like, you're happy, you're making money, I get it. Sometimes they just want to see that you're not going to give up, you know, that you're not going to quit, which makes sense. So
Totally.
What happens if you don't hit Success Club, like don't help those people in this month? What happens then?
What do you mean what happens? Not like
so is like the goal to reach out to 3 people or you get 3 people signed up? Yeah. And then if you don't, then what happens? Kind of deal.
It's not like you're fired or anything because you're your own, you're your own boss. The reason that's really important is because if you hit Success Club your first 3 months as a coach, again, statistically showing those are the people who go on to be very successful coaches, very successful because it builds so much confidence. But also, you earn a free ticket to Summit, which is our conference every summer. So that's huge because you get that completely paid for.
Yeah.
A lot of my girls earn that, but also it's helping you earn money right away and hit the ground running, and that's our goal for you. You know, because the last thing I want or Sarah wants is our coaches in a month or 2 be like, I'm spending too much money on products and I have no result. You'll get this works if you work it, but we're going to make you get uncomfortable. Like, if you want to help 3 people this month, you're going to have to talk to some people, and you're going to have people ghost you, and you're going to have people say no. But when they see you showing up in 4 months from now, 5 months from now, and 6 months from now, I guarantee you, mark my words, they'll be like, okay, sorry I didn't respond. What are you doing? Like, I get that shit all the time, all the time. So that's your goal, is to help at least 3 people this month, and you can do it. And if you sign up your husband, that's 1 person. So then you really only need 2 people, you know?
Oh, mine's against it right now. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll get it.
I would just do what the doctor said and use it as fuel for your fire for when you're like, I feel like doing this. No, like, I will prove that I can. Everybody who doubted me when I started went on my shit list, not literally, but like mentally. I was like, okay, I have to prove them wrong. And it worked for me. And maybe that's kind of psychotic. I don't know. But but it made me show up because I was like, I don't want them to know, like, see me. Like, I'm going to do this. So anyway, that's just my personality.
Do you have to sign them up with a challenge pack too? Or can you just, like, how does that?
So the benefit of signing them up with a challenge pack is that you earn 2 Success Club points, and their coach sign-up fee is waived, and you can get a challenge pack for something you want. So when I signed up Corey, I didn't need BOD again. So at the time, I bought the 3-day refresh challenge pack because I really wanted to refresh. And I bought Shakeology samples because I used that as a perk for joining my boot camp. So I would say, you know, I'm welcoming 3 people into my boot camp this month. Every single one of them get 2 packets of Shakeology. And I would use those, like, give those to people. So I use that as an investment into my business. And to, you know, I did the 3-day refresh, but then I also had Shakeology to give people and my husband loves Shakeology. So Kendra, Brianna, I don't know, like, Corey won't even eat a salad. Literally won't. The only thing he loves is Shakeology, Beach Bars, and Recover. Loves it. So it kind of really worked out because he ended up drinking it all. But, like, make him a shake and put, like, a fuck ton of peanut butter in it. And men love peanut butter. And he'll be like, oh my God. Seriously. I just make him, like, vegan chocolate with peanut butter. And he's like, this is so good. And now
he's actually up. Tyler's the same way. Peanut butter on everything.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point, though. I do that with Energize sticks too.
Huh?
I know that's a good point to use because I didn't think about that right away when Tyler first signed up, and I was like, oh, I should be getting stuff that maybe that I need as well, but then getting Energize sticks. Like, I love sending all of my new clients an Energize stick, they don't know until they know. And they're like, I'm so glad you sent me this because I need more. I'm like, girl, I told you. It's life.
Yes, yes. So with my husband's account, to keep him active, that's what I do. I order Energize every single month and I send it to everybody and their mom. And then they end up buying it from you because they're like, this is amazing. Yeah. So Brianna, if his main thing is spending more money, which I totally get, that's logical, then you should be like, well, I'm going to go help some people, so I'm making money. And then when that check comes in, you can say, look, I know it's small, but I've paid back my investment, and next month I'm going to have more. And it doesn't happen overnight. I'm not going to pretend it does, but that's how you can get them to buy in, because they're seeing that you're making money. That's what men want to see. They want to see money. Corey didn't take this seriously until I was making like $40,000 a year, and then he was like, "Oh, I guess I should pay attention." Like he didn't even pay attention. He didn't even like understand any of it. They're funny.
So, stupid question, but since I'm like fairly new at this, what is the difference between signing them up for a challenge pack and signing them up? Just signing them up, I guess. I'm a little confused.
Okay, so with the challenge pack, so that's what I was telling Amber, with the challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. So the challenge pack is exactly what you got started with. It's a month of product and Beachbody on demand, or a month of product and a 3-day refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 2 Success Club points anytime somebody gets a challenge pack. Now, if somebody signs up with just BOD or just Recover, you do not earn Success Club points. But you're making commission, and volume is volume. So, and you don't know what volume is yet, but the point is you're still making money. So I always count it as a win.
Yeah.
But the other benefit is their coach sign-up fee is waived. So to become a coach, like let's say you just went and signed your husband up and he just became a coach, you have to pay $40 for him to be active so that you could even hit Emerald, because just having him as a coach doesn't help you. You need him to be active status. In order for him to be active, he'd have to, on top of paying $40 to become a coach, go buy a tub or Recover. So at that point, you've already spent almost as much as you would for a challenge pack. You might as well just get the challenge pack and get all the benefits of getting in the challenge pack. You know what I mean? And also what I did, so last year I had to buy a challenge pack when I opened a different business center, and I gifted it for my brother-in-law's birthday. He didn't know that I bought it because I had to. So like if you know somebody, that would be like, maybe that's horrible, but it's my brother-in-law, so it's fine. So like you could totally gift it. Like I put Shakeology in people's stockings at Christmas because now I have so much of it. So that's an idea too. These are good questions. None of these questions are dumb.
No, that was a great question. Like when I talked to her, she asked me the same thing, and I put out the money, like I just laid out the numbers, and I was like, girl, it's just like at that point, like you said, like just spend a little bit more and it's going to benefit your business so much more.
Yeah. And you have to have that long-term vision and that faith that if I put in the work, I'll get the result. And you have to have that. That's where you have to have like an entrepreneurial mindset, because like to start a Domino's takes 5 years to even get out of the red. Okay. To even get back your investment takes at least 5 years when let's say you open up a Domino's. So as Beachbody coaches, we often are like, oh my God, that's such a big investment. I'm spending, $150. It's like, that's nothing. That's like Sarah and I would go do that. I would have spent, knowing what I know now, I would have spent $20,000 to open this business, you guys, easily. Like I would have, for sure. So you just have to have long-term vision, and you have to decide, I will be here in a year. That's the big decision you have to decide now. I will be here in a year. And was it you guys I told how bad I sucked my first 8 months of coaching? I don't think that was you guys. Oh, my husband walked out. Hold on. I thought you were just being crazy.
Talk about that, Cassie.
Oh, well, that's a story for another day. But if you ever feel like you suck, you can just message me and I'll be like, hold the phone. That was horrible. But here I am. All right, guys, we'll let you go because this has gone not horrible, but I hope this was helpful, and we will send another PD and exercise assignment in the morning. Do you have anything else, Sarah?
No, I think that those were some awesome questions. And for your mentorship, you guys, there are no stupid questions. Like, this is the time. If you are confused, if you are unsure, like you have our one-on-one attention, and we both have big teams. So like, this is the time to get it all out. And I told my girls, if we've already gone over something and you need it gone over again, ask again. Like, this is the time to do it 100%.
Yeah. Or if I explain something and you're like, what did she say? Then you can YouTube it because sometimes I don't know if that makes sense.
That too.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thank you.